Welcome to Your World Tuesday edition. It's all about love, right?
Yes.
Kali Mary.
And my name is Winnie Lubembe. So excited about today's conversation, actually. The question of the day, I'm really tempted to ask you.
See, the thing is, I was hoping to ask you first because I don't think I have an answer. But anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a couple, but now I have to think about a specific one. But hey, okay. I think maybe as we continue with the conversation,
we'll find direction. We'll find direction.
Yeah, but you look lovely. I love the orange.
Thank you.
Very nice.
There's just something I discovered about earth tones.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know. It comes with the energy. Can you see how vibrant I am today?
Yes, you are. Yes.
It's the color. Definitely the color.
You look amazing, and it's so good to see you as well. Thank you for joining us on this Relationship Tuesday, where you all know by now, every single Tuesday we talk about anything and everything relationships, from mapenzi to heartbreaks to families to friends to anything.
Kila kitu.
So no, that is considered relationship. And today we're looking at, do women, love more deeply than men or just differently? That's very interesting when you think about it, because majority of the times we've had this thing where they say, oh, women are more emotional, men are more logical. Yeah. So when we love, we put in a lot of emotions, and men put logic into so it's like,
is there a place and a time for logic, and then a time where emotions zinafaa usilete logic hapa saa hizi unaweza ileta after 10 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. Although I've always had a problem with this emotional thing. You women are emotional, but I'm like, but we're all emotional. We're all beings.
Exactly.
You're right.
But then just see experts now. These
are our views, to measure discussion. Hey, listen, we're looking at action versus words. How do men and women really show love? And we have an amazing panel together with an audience this morning. And as per usual.
Yes.
Hey.
Tunaanza hapa.
What do we have?
On Winnie's immediate and my, Winnie's.
That one,
yes. Winnie's left. We have clinical psychologist Margaret Nje here. Welcome to the building.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, lovely to have you. Usually we are like this. This is how we are.
I love the energy.
Conversation is like that.
I love the energy. I'm happy to be here this morning.
Fantastic. Yes. Right next to Margaret, we have counseling psychologist Kagondu Junior. Karibu sana. Lovely to have you. Nasema the last time ulikuwa hapa kulikuwa na mabadiliko fulani.
Tulikuwa tafuta wife material.
Yes. Na kuna mtu alikuja amerepresent.
Mimi nilikuwa na material. Nilikuwa na material.
Hapo pa wife.
Hapo pa wife ndio kidogo. Hey. But it is well.
Mitangapi. And asking Mitangapi is none other than Bishop Grace.
Hallelujah.
Lovely to have you here.
Yeah. And we also have an audience. So good morning, Mukosawa. Are you guys okay? Excited about the conversation of the day?
Yeah.
Okay. The question that we have for you this morning, the one that we were asking ourselves, okay? Yes. The question goes, what is the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you they loved you? So silent but powerful.
Yeah.
Action. Okay. What is the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you that they loved you? That is the question that we're asking you this morning at NTV Kenya across all board. Is how you can reach us, or better yet, give us a call. We're live, and use our WhatsApp number as well, 0112 500 400. Let me tell you, I was about to say 07.
Ungetupatia number. We need to pay number.
Okay. Yeah, and then let us know what is that one thing that someone did silently but powerfully to show you that they loved you. So we'll be looking at your feedback as we continue with the conversation. But hey,
I think there's so many ways that people have shown us love, and sometimes we take that for granted, maybe because you understand love in a different way. And I don't know if this conversation today brings in love languages and all of that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, karibuni sana. Grace, Kagondu and Margaret, lovely to have you here. And just from the question that is on the poster, even before we get to the question of the day, is it different? Women just tuko huku about expressive. Maybe tuna need to calm down. I don't know. Do women love deeply or differently? Yeah. Who was this? Kagundu? Do you understand? You're the only gent sitting amongst the ladies in the front.
And we need to take care of the boy child.
Yes, we will take care of the
show love. We go to the boy child. Yeah, and that question is so profound because matters love, you know, we take it from different perspectives, and especially from a societal point of view. Think of this African man, you know, that I represent maybe, and also who is outside there, who was taught not to express love in terms of the verbal or even, you know, showcasing it, because that will make them to be lesser of a man, okay? But for the women, they tend to be proactive. They tend to, you know, showcase, express themselves in such an, you know, profound way. And this is why it's very important for us to be in a space where we're able to differentiate the two. But now, coming to think of my grandpa back in the village, the one who was able to put together his family for such a long time. Some have been together for, say, 60 years. And, you know, we might say that they don't show love, but does that mean that they don't really love? But they have provided for their family. Maybe they've been there, they have provided protection for their family. They have shown up, you know, for their children in different ways, as much as they won't be there day in, day out. So the thing is, yes, we do love as men, but maybe from the perspective that is, you know, the way that we are socialized, we might actually miss out on the point that men actually love.
Okay. You brought up a very important point that that they might not necessarily say, but they show. But also, there's the expectation. Say, for example, when you say they provide for the family, they care for the family, they offer security for the family. Some might say, but see, you're the head of the home. See, you're supposed to do all those things.
Love unafaa uniambie. Love haikuji na chakula na shelter, haikuji na clothing, na school fees, na health insurance, inakuja na kama
bare minimum.
Totally. I remember there's this family where they were so hard on their father, and everybody was saying, you know, daddy doesn't love us. And the question was, have I paid fee for you? Have you ever gone, you know, without bread and butter? Have you ever been kicked out of the house? And you see, depending on how we look at it, yes, that could be their role. But also, it also goes deeper. Because yes, women may be good with the words, but men tends to be more doers than, you know, expressing themselves with the words. I'm really curious to hear, Margaret, from your opinion. And then there's this thing now we're hearing, bare minimum versus princess treatment. Hey, really exploring really more on that in terms of how men and women, you know, show or express love.
It's nice hearing from the man in the house.
Yes.
In the room. I don't. From where I sit as a clinical psychologist, I don't think there is really, we can say that one gender loves more deeply, especially using the term deeply than the others, because both genders have the capacity to love and, you know, and love from the heart. I think the issue here is separating obligations and love. Because like what he's talking about, from where I sit, there are obligations. So, you know, you're supposed to provide for the family. So we need to pay rent, children need to go to school, there is medical care. Is that really about love, or is that an obligation and a parental responsibility? Making sure there's food in the house, that's not really about love, but an obligation. So if we look at love by the fact that we are measuring it on whether we are meeting the obligations of the family or not, then I think we'll be missing out on something, because love is different. Whether we are deeply in love or not, we still need to meet the family obligations. I think for me, the issue is just the socialization, how we are socialized. Number one, what is love? How do men, and, you know, from their socialization, understand love? And how do women understand love from the socialization? And you bring in even the spiritual aspect of it. What does the church teach about love? What have we been cultured? What have we seen? Like what he said about our grandparents. If we are to look at what happened then, there wasn't really the expression that we are talking about today, and the princess kind of love that we are talking about today. But does that mean there was no love? No. It's Generally, I think the difference is how we express.
Okay.
And women are naturally more expressive verbally because women are more naturals.
Okay.
And women have been socialized to be vulnerable more than the men in the African context. So for men who have been cultured that you need to be tough, you don't need to keep talking about all these lovey-dovey things.
Show emotion.
Yes, show emotions because it's a show of weakness. Then chances are that if you're married to that kind of a man, they will barely have any PDA kind of feelings. They will barely be hugging you and all that. But does that mean they don't love you? Not necessarily, because then what we need to understand between the two of us is what's our way of expressing love. But both do have the capacity to love. Yes, yes.
Okay.
I like that they've separated that now that we've gotten kuna obligations, na kuna love. But then I think so it's not universal then.
No, it's not. In terms of like expression and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not. Absolutely.
Bishop, can we go back in the beginning?
My love language is coffee. And if it's caffeinated, then it's hate.
Then you say,
okay.
Very direct.
What I want to say about love.
Yeah.
The Bible is very clear that a man should love a woman or the wife, and the woman reacts to that love that is given by either giving it back or being submissive or doing things, an act of service for the man. But having said that, I look at love as not just an emotion, a single emotion. It's a broad spectrum of feelings and commitment, respect, honesty, all that plays love. Because when you love somebody, because when we are told, do women love more deeply than men? What I take to be love is when you are submissive to the man, you have feelings for him, positive feelings, you are, you honor him, you respect him, then that comes out as love. It comes out as love. And that's what we advocate for in the church platform, whereby you love somebody unconditionally.
Okay.
Once you're in a relationship, you're married, you love them and you love them completely. And this is not only to, your husband, but to the family also, to the children. So love goes across that. You have to love everyone that is involved around you, because you can't say my love is just for the man, but you don't love the people around you. You don't love the people serving you. You don't love the people you associate with. Therefore, love is an umbrella. When you have love, you cover everything. And the Bible says love covers a multitude of sins. So you don't see any wrong in a person, and more so if you have, you love them, you give them a chance to change, things to happen, in a normal way, without saying this is the way you should behave. You are a man now. You should do shopping. You should bring me flowers, or you should buy me a car during my birthday, because that is too much. Love is love. Love is the connection you have, the respect you have, the honor you have for somebody, and it should be unconditional. What we call agape love in the Word of God.
I think it's beautiful to hear from the three of them, and how different aspects come out. Lakini tunafaa tuende break.
Really?
I know.
You?
I know.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I just brought it in nicely.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah.
I did.
But I think when we come back, then, because for a very long time here on the show, we've had different definitions of love.
Yes.
It's action, it's a choice, it's a doing word.
Yeah.
So maybe we can start from there, like understanding love, and then, like you said, separate that, from love between love and obligation. Because as a society, we've been socialized to think providing for your family, that means you love them. So I think there's a lot that we need to unpack.
Absolutely.
Over there.
That's true. That's true. And we have a question for you.
Yes.
The question we are asking you is very, very easy. And it's ni nani alikupenda? Akakupenda. What's the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you they loved you? Silent but powerful.
All right. right, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. A whole lot of show 2.0 happening during the break, but that's not new, okay? We do that every single time. But welcome back. Just in case you're tuning in, the conversation today is on understanding loving deeply versus loving differently. We're talking about men and women today, and we're just trying to understand, do women love more deeply than the men, or do they just love differently?
Yeah.
Okay? And the question that we're asking you this morning is very simple, and that is, what is the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you that they loved you? What is the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you that they loved you? So in this case, we're not talking about just you off lovers zile ziko nyuma ya pick up zimejaa kwa pick up, because that's loud.
Ah, okay.
Right? Like silent.
No. Yeah,
like
silence. Yeah.
Silent.
I don't know why I just liked that view. Nimeona your pickup, nimeiona. Because like, do
it's
I say?
very beautiful.
Yeah, it is very beautiful.
But then
yeah,
again,
that's not what you're talking about today.
That's not what you're talking about today. Like the grandiose way that someone, the silent, those sometimes we even overlook, you know? So what is that silent but powerful way that someone has ever shown you that they loved you? That is what we want to figure from you. We'll go through your feedback in just a second. But before we went on a break,
hey, tulikuwa hapa pa
to
love,
differentiate love,
obligation,
respect, submission.
Yes. Zinapangana aje, gani inakuja, because that was the whole conversation during break.
Yeah, like that word, I don't know, like can we and then also the fact that we've had a lot of what love is versus what love is not, you know, here on the show, and then now tie that into today's conversation in terms of who loves deeply versus differently between men and women. It's a lot, okay? So can we, Margaret, just start with then understanding love and what it is, and then maybe at some point, like you talked about, the different love languages, so that then we understand how we show love versus receive love. But hey, love.
Kizungumkuti kinachoitwa love.
I think for me to answer that question, allow me to just take a step back and first let's ask ourselves, how do we learn to love? Before we can even talk about what is love.
Understand what love.
Yeah. Is it something taught?
Is it something you feel?
Is it something you experienced?
Yeah.
Is it something, you know, you've observed?
Yeah.
We love the way we have, number one, been cultured, and number two, we love from what we have seen and what we have modeled. So if someone grew up in a family where there was no, people didn't express love openly, that's what they learned. And that's how they show their love. They don't get to the place where they would openly express it. That doesn't mean people don't learn and they can, you know, find better ways of doing that and appreciate the need to do it differently. But love starts from what I have received and what I have experienced. Okay. And that experience could be my personal experience, the people around me, what did they do, what did they see? How did they express that I am important, I am valuable, and I am valued, and I am loved? What about the interactions even with my siblings? How did I see my parents express love? Because home is often the first school where we learn these things. And then the other thing about that is also about issues of attachment. The stronger you are and in your secure attachment, the easier it is for you to form that bond and even to express it. So even as we are talking about love today, sometimes you would want to look at an adult and ask, so if I'm all over lovey-dovey and, you know, and all this PDA and everything else, is that genuine? Is that authentic? Or what really truly influences you to express love that way?
Okay.
So if I'm the kind who is not expressive, then again, what does that say about me as Margaret? And this is where now it's very important for couples to understand, what does love mean to you?
Okay.
Because it means different things for different people.
That's true.
You could be married, but love means something different for me. And my love language is different. And the way I want you to express it is different from you. But if we don't get to the point of understanding who I am and who you are and what love means to you and for you, then we will forever have conflicts because you're not meeting my love needs. And that's why we are seeing it is not necessarily and entirely that one gender loves more deeply than the other, because this is very individual, it's very personal, it's very unique. So when we are talking about love, there are actions, there's the expressions, but the most important thing is the connection and the attachment with that person. Because where there is deep connection, where there is secure attachment even with that person, then that takes away the issues of, you know, always second guessing what this person is doing. And then just understanding who this person is to me. You can live with a spouse, even women, because there are women who are also not very expressive verbally, and you can live with them forever till death do you part. They don't necessarily have to always tell you that I love you, but because you understand who they are, you can actually, in a covert way, pick the depth of the love.
Their love. Okay.
Very interesting. It's like a question that we need to start asking ourselves. On dates. What does that mean to you?
What happened to me right now, I went back to my childhood to just understand.
I actually did.
What was it? It was probably, I don't know. They never said those words to each other. I love you, lovey-dovey. I never saw that. But then there were movies, there were storybooks, there were the little lady bird thingies that we'd read, and that Cinderella was loved, but she was always like, all the ladies were in distress. They just needed to be saved, all of them, in their sleep, in the forest, like...
Somewhere. That is very interesting. That's really it makes a lot of sense now when you think about the loves that you've had before and how they expressed or how
you
they
wouldn't even know if it showed if you don't know. Like, you need to understand so that you make a request from your other person. Mimi napendanga tu kama magari tu, ninunulie tu magari.
You know what I've seen in movies is someone asking, how do you want me to love you? And I was like, why do you ask? See, you should know. But no.
I don't know how you want
sense.
That's the truth.
It actually makes a lot of sense.
I don't know what you want me to say to you. I don't know what you want me to do that will let you know that I love you. Because then if you say it's the obligations, like we said, and, you know, it's us living in you know, the leafy suburb kind of a thing. What happens when we have to downgrade? Does the move mean that you don't love me?
And we've seen people who've wamelea watoto wamemaliza, and then in their 60s they're like, adios muchachos, peace.
Together, right? And then where do you...
Now I have found love elsewhere. But then there's something else that Winnie, maybe Kagondi, you can get into this one. The respect that comes with, like, nini tuna differentiators of tumbili kwa sababu kuna respect, and the conversation we were having during the break, where you confuse respect for love or love for the other.
I like it, and quite appreciative for how you've been able to bring it out. Because many other times when you are not self-aware, you really don't know how to even express yourself. At the same time, you don't know how to even receive that love. Okay? Because it's one thing, you know, to be loved, and it's another to allow somebody to also love you. And that calls for a lot of self-awareness, you know, to begin with. And this is why we really need to get deep, you know, to really understand who we are. And coming to your question in regards to the respect and the, you know, the love. It was a heated discussion.
It's documented, guys.
Got to witness.
Yes.
We should come first. You know? And I remember we had mentioned something to do with the obligations. And we always say that beyond everything else, you know, love should come first. And since issues to do with when we come together, things change, life changes, and I like it when you say that at times we downgrade to, you know, a lower social status. You know, what does that mean to you? Okay? And when you talk about respect, this is where we appreciate somebody somebody for who they are, in terms of even accepting them, you know, with their own flaws and all the, you know, the disappointments that might come with the expectations that we had before. And this is why it's very important for you to be in a space where you really understand this other particular person. And thinking of that, I would also want to loop in the element of the personalities.
Okay.
Because it is very important for us to understand the space that you're in. Because how I receive this particular love and also express it in terms of depending on how the other person really wants to be loved has a lot to do with our inner makeup, all right? And you think of a sanguine, somebody who will be out and about, somebody who is very expressive, okay? The Mwikalis in the house,
Yes.
all right? And for them, it would be so easy, you know, to really express themselves and to say that I love you. Think of these, the cholerics, the drivers in the house, the ones who want to look the part, they really want to be the leaders, okay? And for them, it would be a bit hard, you know, to come out and express themselves in terms of their love, because they want to bring in a very strong demeanor, okay? So they don't want to look quickly, right? The other thing, it would be, think of the cholerics. These are the melancholy. These are the analytical. They take time. Perhaps when you express your love to me, I will want to scrutinize,
analyze,
you know, analyze
how you said it.
How you say it? Did you really mean the words? Okay. Are they attuned to what you said the day before, or are they aligned to, you know, your actions, or even how you conduct yourself? And also the phlegmatics in the house. And I think this is where we belong. You know, for us, we are the kind people, the Oishe people. At times we might mistake our kindness for the love, okay? Because in most cases, you don't want to make somebody else feel low. You don't want to wrong them. So you want to be very comfortable around people. And many are the times that you find people get into a lot of trouble because of all this. And that tells you that there should be a lot of understanding. And to me, respect is all about getting to appreciate the other person from a personal point of view, to a point whereby you also understand who you are and you can be able to make it very comfortable for them. And this is where we say, when you come to somebody or you come to me, let's say we're in a relationship, am I able to make it safe for you? All right? Because there's more than just showcasing, expressing ourselves and all that. So if I really love this particular person, then that means I'll make it very comfortable for them. If I love this particular person, then even boundaries, I'll be able to respect their boundaries. And think of the physical boundaries, think of the mental boundaries, the psychological boundaries, think of the financial boundaries. Because at times my money is my money, is our money, and her money
is her money.
All right, so that becomes a bit of an issue. But you might find somebody trying to breach those boundaries in the extent of trying to take control and manage, you know, the other particular person. You know, when we talk about respect in terms of the physical, it doesn't mean because I want to have my me alone moment that I don't love you. And that tells you it could be that I'm also processing something along the line. And this is why it's very important for us to be in a space where we understand each other, just like my sister had mentioned about, so that we can know how to come in and respect each other.
Love it. Interesting. Bishop, eh? The Bishop is like, I am
Yes, I agree.
Oh no, go ahead.
There's something I want to say about love. And there's something that, the big question there, that how does somebody make you feel loved silently?
Silently, yes.
I want to say that, and I said it before, off camera, that somebody doesn't have to necessarily express those words, I love you, for you to know they love you. It's good to say them, but more than anything, the depth of those words is what matters. Because sometimes we just say to get away with something. Oh, I love you, you know I love you. But indeed, you don't love them because you're not being considerate in any way. I want also to say that once you have somebody around you, their love language may be so many things. Like when I got married, my husband told me something. He said, I don't have to say it. You will see it from my actions. And that's the way I got socialized. So I've grown to be like that now in my adulthood, whereby you don't have to tell me you love me. Can I see what you're doing, how you behave around me? You don't have to give me gifts, but I can see that, you know, that feeling in you, that deep connection that is between us, and a connection that is not fake. You know, you can feel that that person, even when they are away, they are very thoughtful of you. They are very kind of you. They wouldn't do anything that would hurt you. Because a lot of times, a lot of expressions like I love you, somebody will say it, like I had somebody say it to the wife, and the next day they were in court.
Oh.
And the man was saying she's very cruel to the children. She's a good person, but I want to divorce her because the children I came with, she has been cruel to them. And I believe as a Christian, love should be very unconditional. That even that person that is cruel to your children, the way you say it, you should correct them in love so that you see whether this thing will work. So love, more often than not, is not something you can really explain. It's not explainable. It's that connection. It's that respect, I will repeat again. It's the commitment. For me, I see my husband's love through what he does for the children. You know, the consideration he has for them. Oh, I want to go to school. I don't look at it as a responsibility because there are many people in this world that are not responsible for their children's education. And if they love you, they will love their children. If they love their children, then that is an expression of love to you. So we read love from different lenses.
I see.
Very different lenses. It's not just that feeling, oh, what are you calling it?
Matunduriro.
Oh, no. Yes, it's not that. It's beyond.
And you have
because if you're infatuated, after a time it will go.
But where is the disconnect then?
It does.
The disconnect of being able to probably give up probably how you understand or see love or how you receive it to how they want it, because I don't know what was there before, but for you to be like, he will never say it and I need to be okay with it.
I want to go back to what she said, the attachment styles, the environment you are brought up.
Okay.
If it was a toxic environment where there was no love, you'll never understand love. You'll never know when you're giving love or when you're supposed to receive love. Everything will be so suspect because your environment is not secure.
You're always on guard.
There's so much disorganization. There's so much anxiety, you know, in the environment. And that's why I said love cannot be explained. It's that connection. When you meet this person, maybe infatuation or what we call first love, then it has to go beyond love at first sight. Then it has to go beyond that love at first sight, move into commitment now of courtship, then you are guided there, then get into marriage, and now look at this love again. Because at first you may think, oh, I love this person. But by the time you get into marriage, there was no love.
There's no love in the
The person is tired, and that's why we see divorces, separations, or saying, I don't know what I saw in you, you know? So that is said that time. But attachment styles are very, very key. Number two, what he said, personality, the kind of person, like if a person does not talk much, the expression of love will not be verbalized. The person will just show you. They will hold you. My strongest point of knowing somebody loves me is the way they hold me.
Physical touch.
You know, when he holds my hand, I calm down. If I was, you know, going berserk, I calm down and I now start getting everything into perspective. So there's what gets you somewhere. The way they look at you sometimes, the way there's a word of affirmation. Say, this is not you. You can't be this. You know, there are those words. It's a whole concoction. Love is a whole concoction. There's no explanation. It's a whole concoction. The way I feel about love, Lubembe may not feel it. You hold me, you know, I calm down. Alafu ananiambia, you know, well, let me not talk about myself. Let me see this situation. Nilikuwa nimehama.
Love the potential and I watch you. But really, I also feel like we can go through the different love languages and understand how people give and receive love. But really, the question of the day, and that is, what is that one silent but powerful thing that someone either has done or shown you that they love? Bishop, this one says, Nigola Ricky anasema, when she believed in my dreams more than I did, no noise, no hype, just steady support. That was loud in silence. I like that. I really like that. And then Pauline Jerry anasema, for considering my children. And then Odhiambo Peter Makmare anasema, defending me even if I am wrong. And then Jerry Opio said, for me, the loudest love was in silence. When someone prayed for me behind the scenes, and I only found out later. No flex, no spotlight, just covering me quietly. That hit differently. I like that.
Yeah, I love that too.
Really
It's so
like that.
beautiful.
I really like that.
It does.
Muko na maswali? Ama tuende mingi sana. Okay. Oh, we have 2 minutes to go on a break.
Yes.
Okay, so mtauliza after break. Okay, yeah.
I think let's just understand this. Love is not just one aspect.
Okay.
It's so many things together, even like what Bishop is talking about.
Yes.
They're the actions, they're the words.
Yes.
When we talk about love, it's where I'm in this relationship and I feel safe and secure, even in my own skin. I'm not afraid of that anything is going to happen to me. I grow and I thrive in this relationship. There's no intimidation. There's no shaming. I am just who I am, and I am allowed to be that person. But then there's also these acts of, which are also very important, acts of kindness. There's a gift here and there. It's not just one thing, but it is so many things combined together. And if you get into a relationship and you're just looking for the words, and they're not there, then you will feel like you're not loved. If you're looking for the actions and they're not there, then you will feel like you're not loved. But there are so many things. Other things. Even this sense of togetherness, we're in the same spirit, we do things together, we listen to each other, we talk together, we plan things together. It's all the things put together, but not just one thing.
The intentionality of all of that then, knowing that probably things change and you show up expecting some things and those things don't show up, but just being intentional in probably doing things that you don't probably enjoy, like maybe gifting or words of affirmation, but then intentionally doing those things because that is how they understand and decode love. We need to wacha tupumzike. Tunachukua break, kirudi. Our audience wako na maswali kabambe. We hope our panelists are ready to answer their questions. But the question we are asking you today is very, very simple.
Yes, what is the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you that they loved you? Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back. Kuna shida ya I love you more, I love you too, I love you forever, I love you. Haina uzito. Sorry, tunauliza leo on Relationship Tuesday ni do women love more deeply than men or just differently? But that's not the question of the day, because the question of the day is a fire. The question of the day is, what's the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you they loved you? What's the most silent but powerful way someone has ever shown you they loved you? Kuna mtu ameniandikia the biggest, acha nisome. The biggest I love you is nitakuja na nyama jioni. Nitakuja na nyama jioni.
That is his love language.
For the whole week. Ama you sacrifice kukula lunch to anunue hiyo nyama. That's nice. That's really sweet. Someone here on Facebook says kuniitishia cup bila kumuomba. Huyu ni Ainea amesema hivyo. Mtu alimuitishia cup kabla yeye atajaomba. That's nice. Okay. Then another one says, this is Ngoshi Muniaru Juguna, who says, standing with me at my most difficult times. And then another one says, Veronica Zablon says, consideration, like stopping from doing something because he cared how it would impact me. I know, that's so sweet. Yeah. And then another one says, Uyu ni Edwin anasema, waiting for the silent powerful love. Anangoja.
Kuna hope. Unaona wenzako wamesha nini? Kuna hope. On Twitter kuna msee anaitwa Wygat anasema, give me time and space to deal with my issues and never got mad about it. They gave me space to deal with my issue and they never got mad about it. You know how people, they just need space.
Right?
Yeah.
That's really nice. Don't want to be in someone's face all the time. And then another one says, Kevin Nyaga anasema alinipea avocado side kubwa. That is for someone who loves avocado. That is love. Avocado. Alafu anakukatia ile piece kubwa.
It's true. And if we go by just the feedback, Winnie, and what Margaret was saying earlier, how it just can't be, and Bishop alisema ni concoction. It's the thing. There's no one way. It's different. Only avocado, kuna wanyama, kuna wanimekasirika niwache.
Mwingine anasema M-Pesa.
M-Pesa, M-Pesa si mbaya.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Na sisi umeomba.
Anatuma tu kwa sababu ana anticipate your needs.
All those things. We'll go through the different love languages, but mlisema maswali
yako.
Higher. Flow iko open, lakini please keep it, short and sweet, so that we have as many people asking questions.
Kuna mkono hapa imeinuliwa.
Ameinua mkono haraka.
Haya, sawa.
Please start with your name.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Juliet. So, according to the first question, I think emotion can be the best expressing way. So, when it comes to, my question goes to Bishop. So, umesema there's kuna ule alipelekwa kotini because of ile like
being cruel to the kids.
My question goes like this. What if huyu mwanaume alikuwa na msichana mwingine ndo like alikuwa anataka ku break up with this lady, so akafanya in a vice versa way. So my other question goes like this. Like I've had like some people says like action like nyamchom whatever. But my question goes like this. What if this person akufanyia GBV kwa na kupiga na anakuletea hizo nyamchom? Don't you think that's being cruel?
Uko na swali lingine yenye si ya watu wengine unataka kuuliza yako. Na pia kuna mahali hizi swali zinatoka. Kwa sababu unaanza vizuri alafu inaenda sha. Uko sawa?
Ni kama
ana defense.
But okay. Bishop Meshika hizo maswali mbili. Okay, haya. Mwingine yule akona swali, then we'll come back to her. Aulize sasa yake. Not asking for a friend. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Steve Mugo. Well, I'll start by saying, as what one of my friends says, anaitwa Kelly, he says, mapenzi haina formula, like figure out what you have to figure out. And my question will be, what is this bare minimum that everyone is talking about? And yet, kuna watu waje experience, unaniambia, me by the way, if you're not driving a Range, you're not earning 6 figures, na baba yako anaishi Dhogono yapo, anang'ang'ana, like, genuinely, what is that bare minimum? What are these standards that people talk about every day, and yet are they just fantasies or things that people are romanticizing?
Okay. Who do you want to answer that question? Kagondo umeangalia. Utuambie bare minimum na bare minimum.
Sisi tujue kama haijafikia ijaanzia hapo, wacha tu tujue. Yes.
Hi, nani ana swali? Okay.
My name is Nelly and my question is, if women are said to love more deeply, could that belief lead them like...
We can't hear you.
Speak closer to the mic.
Yeah, closer to the mic.
Yes, speak closer to the mic.
My name is Nelly and my question is, if women are said to love more deeply, could that belief actually pressure them into overgiving in relationships?
Margaret, you can take that.
Okay. That's a really good question.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My name is Brenda. My question is direct to the bishop. She said, she's just told us, but the Bible says that love covers a multiple of sins.
Yes.
But nowadays, you see, like we love someone, and then that covering, we see red flags, we paint them pink. Yeah, because we are in love. Now when I get into whatever I'm getting into, it's marriage or relationship, later on, easy my red flags and paint the pink and becomes red, and then love fades away. So how are you going to deal with this situation?
Acha nikuongezee kwa hiyo question. Ninataka kuongeza kwa hiyo swali niulize aje. Kwa sababu hujasema all sins, imesema
A multitude.
Ni gani yenye haiko under hii umbrella? Hii tunaweka kando, but yeah. Okay. We can get one final one.
Okay. My name is Martin Otieno.
Yes.
Yeah, and at my point of view, I think I'll go to the side of men. Men loves differently.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why Kagondo said,
yes,
obligations is a sign of love. Yeah. Men will, that's care for their family. And care, it's a sign of love. Again, I would like to ask Bishop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
you think?
Kagondo na Margaret. This idea.
Do you think surprises is a form of love? Doing something when somebody doesn't ask you. Is it a form of love?
Fantastic. Tujibu hizo kwanza, and then get to the next round of questions.
Okay. Let me start the surprise. Okay. Surprise depends, because there is a surprise of coming with flowers. That is exciting. There is a surprise of planning a trip for the family. That is exciting.
Yes.
But if you are doing a project and you want to surprise somebody, there are repercussions. Because one, there is a financial repercussion. There is doing things in secrecy that when finally it is done, the person will never trust you. They will imagine you can do so much without them knowing. Because what we believe in love or in a relationship is that you know your partner to a great degree, that when anything changes or they're up to something, you'll quickly get it. That is part of relationship. That when I look at my spouse and I see the way he's taking his breakfast, what he has started with first, maybe he went to the shower first and he always takes the breakfast first, then I begin to follow to know what has really changed. But if somebody can keep a house project, finish it, and then surprise me, then that person can do so much behind my back without my knowledge.
Knowing.
So that kind of surprise, many times, and those I've heard from, it has never worked. Because you begin now to be suspicious all the time. What else could he be doing? Not just for me, but for somebody else. And more often than not, such people can have another family without you knowing. The other one, let me go to her straight, that the man said the woman was cruel, and yet maybe he was interested in doing something else. What I want to say, the man kept telling the lady, I love you, I love you, I love you. But when it came to these children that had come from another marriage, you know what we call blended family, the children are here, the man looked at that with a different lens, that you don't love my children, and therefore this and that. What I want to say, that was not true love from the start. He came with the children, the woman accepted them, started reprimanding the way you can reprimand your own or discipline your own, and the man went to court. Meaning his love for her was not deep enough. The connection was not there for him to be able to withstand what she was doing to these children, just to correct them.
Okay.
So that's what I felt. The man was not ready for this relationship, and there was no love.
Okay.
Was there something else you said?
Aliongeza akasema
unaleta nyama choma lakini
unanitandika.
Let me say two ways.
Two
ways. There are people in our, we know we are Africans.
Yes.
I don't know about the Muzungus, but there are people who feel when their men beat them,
Yes, they love them.
So sometimes it's also an expression of loving you, possessing you, and being obsessed with you. But I don't necessarily agree with that. Once there is gender violence, then it means that this person can destroy you. He doesn't draw the line of loving, anger, possession, and being obsessive, and being somebody who cannot be controlled. So for me, I wouldn't look at it as love, because this person will end up damaging you.
Violence can
So
never be a
for
sign
me,
of
that is
love.
not love. But there are people who say it is love. When you talk to the sociologists, they say in the African setup, when a man beat you, it was a sign, I love you. Hey. You know, you did not go anywhere. And if he overstayed without beating you, you'd complain to the mother-in-law and say, you know, nowadays he doesn't love me. It means that he's in love with somebody else. He doesn't beat me.
Maybe he's
beating somebody else.
He doesn't even kick the food. There are people who believe you take the food. If he doesn't like it, he kicks, you go back to the kitchen and cook. That is an expression of love. Yeah.
Okay.
In the African setup.
The one that covers multitude of sin.
Yes.
And then you ask, which one is not included in the umbrella?
Yes. For me, what is not included is unfaithfulness.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that
violence.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Bishop. Hi, Kagontu nakumbuka zako?
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Princess treatment. Yeah.
Na hapa ndipo tunauliza wife material,
yes.
husband material.
Yes.
And I remember we had a whole list, you know, with a lot of expectations. And to me, if they're coming to you with, you know, if you don't drive, then sitakubali. If you don't live in a certain neighborhood, I can't be with you. It's actually an indication that they are not meant for you. Okay, because to me, it should be unconditional love, all right? And there's beauty when we are building together. As much as, yes, there are some who will be complaining, Miss Yezi Mwosha, you know, if I do the donkey work, then that means at the end of the day, they might end up, you know, tagging to somebody else.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's also good and very important for you to be in a space where you're really aware of yourself, okay? Because with that, coming from a point of self-awareness, then you'll be able to know what is not meant for you, okay? And this is why, you know, Winnie, you always ask, if you are given you to marry you,
would you still marry you?
Okay? And this is why we say, yes, all these there's a list, and remember Bishop had 100 of them, but only 5 of them turned out to be, you know, the bare minimum. But to me, beyond everything else, am I safe with you? Do I have peace of mind with you? Am I able to really express myself, to be vulnerable with you? Am I willing to commit to you and share my story with you? Because remember, as we journey together, it calls for a lot of, you know, sacrifice at the end of the day, and a lot of commitment when it comes to, you know, this particular person that you're choosing. And yes, there's a material demands, the expectations, and the reason why most of the people turn out to be abusive is because these expectations are not met. Okay, so are they realistic, or are we living in an euphoric, you know, world where kwangu ni Mr. Alejandro na mi señorita?
Yes. It's interesting. I saw this video one time on Instagram, I think, and this guy was saying, women are expensive. So if you sit here and complain, oh, women are expensive, it means, what's an you go look for, no, I'm just kidding.
But it's the truth. It's the truth.
Women are expensive. If you ask them out for a date, she needs to make her hair, she needs to make her nails, she needs to, you know, look.
But anyway, you see, there's also a possibility and the temptation to be just okay. All right? And that calls for a lot of personal growth and development. You also need to improve yourself. All right? Because he who wants the best might also, you know, have to give the best. All right? So many will ask, what are you bringing on the table? And if you're not part of, you know, the discussion and all that, you are part of the menu. But a lot of the time...
Yep.
A lot of the time...
Okay.
Hey, not hear that.
Oh yes. You know, a lot of the time, there's a lot of expectation from the other person.
Yes.
But the question is, what are you also bringing on the table? And it calls for a lot of soul searching, you know, to ensure that you also work on you so that you can be able to give the best for this other person.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Margaret, swali ilikuwa ya Nelly.
It was, yes. And that was a beautiful question.
Yeah, really good question,
But allow me to say something about the bare minimum. There is the person coming into the relationship and vis-a-vis the material.
Okay.
If you look at the material as the bare minimum, you miss out on the person and who they are and what they are bringing into the relationship. Because if the material dwindles away, what is left.
Happens, yeah.
So she starts
this
discovering the man.
And then you realize this is not the man.
No.
You become a motivational speaker.
This is not what I was looking for. So when you're honestly talking about the bare minimum, it's a lot more of who is this person, what are they bringing into the relationship, and like he said, am I safe, am I secure in this relationship? Do they have a vision? Do they have a mission? Do they have aspirations in life? Do my goals and my aspirations match or mirror theirs? That's what we are looking at as the bare minimum, but not what vehicle, not where they live, their address and all that, because those things do change later in life. If you're a Christian, then you want to look at, do you have the same faith? And the belief systems, because those are the things that are going to keep the marriage working. Coming to the question about women loving deeply, there is the socialization and there is the expectation. And there is often where, you know, people sometimes read the Bible, half the verse and never complete. They will say, man should love. You know, women should submit. But what follows? The submission, and what is the verse before the submission? When we are talking about the expectation and the socialization, this is what is ideally going to kill someone, not physically, because there's all this expectation placed on me that I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. And sometimes I don't even have the capacity to give you everything that you're asking of me. And sometimes even the person who has the expectation also doesn't have anything to give back. We started by saying, let's look at how do you want to be loved? So that I know how to love you and know what to give you. But not for me to sit and you're quiet and you have these covert expectations and you're not telling me how you want me to love you. If I know how you want to be loved, then I can give that. And if it's too much that I don't have the capacity to do that, then we can sit and negotiate and see, then this is what I am capable of doing. But that question also takes us to the wedding ceremonies. And the receptions during the wedding. Sometimes I feel like switching off the mic. You know, where you hear what these women are going to tell the young bride. Oh, sijui, they give you a sieve and you're supposed to sieve. They kill your voice. They tell you things that in 2025 are not practical at all. So this lady gets into this marriage with these voices and the things that she has been told. You must love and love deeply. And the only way you can express deep love is you must get home by 5. Like, come on. You're leaving work at 5. How do you get home? At 5. You're supposed to cook every day. You're supposed to do the laundry. You're supposed to do all these things. And they don't take into consideration that this girl is a career woman, is a professional coming into this relationship. When you spotted this girl, you didn't see the chef because she wasn't wearing her apron.
Wow, like that.
You didn't see the chef. You didn't see a Mama Fua. And with all due respect to, you know, Mama Fua. You saw someone who they've made themselves. They are where they are. And we need to, you know, can people learn to appreciate that there's me that I am bringing. There's a lot about me that I am bringing into this. I don't have to be a great woman just because I'm doing the laundry. I can organize for laundry to be done. I don't have to go to the market and do the shopping because Carrefour has delivery. You know, I don't have to be the one who is doing the dishes because it's okay for me to find someone who can come and do the dishes as long as I am managing this home. We need also these people, as they are getting into this relationship, to also talk about their expectations. So that if your expectations are that I'm going to do all these things, then sorry, I may not be able to do that, but I have a way I can work around and manage my home for all those things to be done.
Okay.
But to expect for me to give you everything, I may not be able to give that. And we don't want a marriage starting on very, very high expectations.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
really good. Okay, do we have another round of questions?
Do we have a question that hasn't? Oh, yeah, she has a question.
Okay, go.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Yvonne Dinda. I personally feel like even if we write so many books about love and women, we'll never get to understand them.
Who now? Who's them? Us.
As human beings.
Yeah, human beings.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is this time I would like my dad to be like, oh, Mama, oh, you are so strong.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But he will be like, kama unamwambia kitu, direct to the point, please. So if you tell him, Daddy, I don't like my friend anymore, he will be like, let her go, don't talk to her.
Logical.
But utaki hivyo, so unataka akwe like, ai, lakini, si, like akupe advice, si akwe tu direct, ama kusikize tu. So my question is, how do we go about it? How do we, because saa ingine unamwambia baba sitaki hivi, nataka hivi, then you get sad because anafanya hivyo juu nilimwambia napenda kupendwa hivi.
So unataka yeye alam aifanye kama wewe hujamwambia. So ukimwambia unafeel anaifanya kwa sababu
unafeel hata sad.
Lakini sasa sawa, mimi si expert. Tunaenda break saizi, lakini nasikia kukuambia kitu.
Si tumeambiwa hapa tuseme
hatajua. Ukikosa kumwambia hata waijua.
No, but kuna vitu zingine anafahamu.
Kama gani?
Nini?
Kama gani?
You know, if you say everything, he'll be like a robot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now what are we saying and what are we not saying?
We will find out
after the break. And we'll get your question answered as well. So back.
Ni maswali zile ziko hapa zinatuchanganya, but well, it is well. It is well.
It's love. Do women love deeply or do they love differently?
Yeah.
It's that whole conversation of understanding what love is, what it shows up as, and how we need to understand what love means to us from the get-go.
Let me tell you, the question that we're asking you today is that, what is that one silent, but powerful way that a person has shown you that they loved you? This one says, I think two people who said when their name was mentioned in, wait, let me just find it so that here, Big Black anasema, is there love? I doubt. Yeah, okay. Famima Moja anasema, mention my name in a room full of opportunities. And still on that, Mary James Mweni anasema, when he mentioned my name in a room of opportunity, and that is how I got a job.
Aha.
That's really nice.
That's beautiful.
Hi, Kipngetish anasema, my parents taking care of me since birth. And then another one says, not yet bana. Huyu ni Sam Sami. Yeah, and then Aura says, there's this girl at my former working place, protected me, served me food, and even believed in me when I was nothing. I really hope there's a happy ending.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Tuambie,
Usiwache hanging, we invested.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Still on Facebook, Kevin Perez Locato says, first, the concept of a woman loving a man is very wrong.
Okay.
A woman has no capacity to love a man. Hey, Kevin. Love is a top-down emotion.
Okay.
Yeah. I will want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Deal is the word.
Deal. Yes, first and foremost,
yes.
I want to say he's going towards that question. Okay, he's trying to say what was there even in the beginning.
Yeah.
That a man was the one supposed to love a woman and not a woman
to
loving the man. And then the woman will learn to love this man as they get along. because that's where we have in the traditional setups or in our society a girl being brought to a man. Because a man has said in that home, I'm interested in a so-and-so, and therefore the girl is just brought. And out of that, they learn to love. And there are still communities that do that.
To date, yeah.
Number two, what I want to say is that if a woman was the only one to love, you may not get that man to marry you. In fact, men get scared of women who love them and express that love outrightly.
Break it down.
I will break it down.
Yes.
The man naturally is supposed to be the one hunting and not to be hunted. The moment they are hunted, they feel as if they are endangered species. You know, this person is up to something. Therefore, you cannot start loving a man like now we call you, say, I love so-and-so. And you start following them. You have no capacity to do that because they will let you down somewhere. They will let you down because they don't think it should be that way. It is them to love you to the point of getting you in, sucking you in. Therefore, women have no capacity to love in that sense. But after a while, they can love. You know, they can learn to love. Women are very easy to be taught how to love. Because once you're in a relationship, you tend to learn to love the man. But the man cannot learn to love you. If he did not love you
from the get-go,
he doesn't care about you. It's very hard for him to love you because there are things that make him want you to be in their life. And if they are not there, he will not try to bear with that. They are the worst group of humans in terms of bearing. They don't bear.
Kagondo Junior amekatwa hapo next na wewe niko
They don't bear up. You know, you'd rather somebody loves you, you say no, than you loving them. In fact, if that would come on me, I would go for deliverance class. You know? Because you'll be tormenting yourself. You'll be tormenting yourself. You'll torment yourself. You love the person. You even go to them and tell them up front, you know, the way these girls, Gen Zs are doing, I love you. The moment you do that, they stop loving you.
Nikona swali Bishop. Student. With okay, non-empowerment, story empowerment. Now women are told, no, express yourself. If you love them, show them. We even see women proposing.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
It will not. The man is the one to love and also chase. And then hunt you down, get you, because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Women were
but I'm told these days things are happening differently. And that's why there are so many heartbreaks. So many heartbreaks because the man never loved you. Men are very
Kagondo, Saudi imechange the statement. Kagondo. Men are very
they are very rare species.
Rare is the word you're going with.
You can't, but a girl you can love. The boy can love a girl, love another one, love.
You know, at this point I'm asking myself, the man Bishop, Baba Bishop, kwa wapi amguze?
Oh my days. But listen, I think in relation to that question, Cynthia, anasema, hello guys. First thing I will not is loving a man deeply. First thing I will not. Amesema loving a man deeply is wrong because when that man akijua unampenda sana, sasa hapo ndio cheating inaanza. So hata kama unampenda deeply, usimshow vile eti uko deep na yeye. Wewe tujiweke.
Sasa ni ya nini kama ninajiwekea?
Kwa sababu akijua unapenda sana hata nini hata cheat.
So nifanyie nini?
Help us at this point. Tuwaonyeshe. That tunapenda deep.
Hali ya matundulu. And I like what Bishop is talking about, because you know, men tend to be goal oriented, and for them this is normally like a project, okay, and this is where they will do whatever it takes, you know, to chase and achieve and conquer, because in this particular encounter there's a whole lot of the territorial, you know, kind of way, you know, to domineer and be really in charge, okay, but now it has to be calculated moves. Of course, when a lady will approach you with a bunch of flowers saying, can you marry me? Okay, so the question would be, can I marry you or can you marry me?
What do they usually say? No, they say, will you marry me?
Will you marry me? Okay, and to me that kind of looks like you're so desperate in a way, and it doesn't have that gist or even you know, the juice that comes with it. All right, so there's a way that you can communicate that you're interested with somebody. You know, you don't really have to like communicate verbally or even showing the world on a billboard that you love this particular guy and that you want them to propose, you know, to you. So the thing is, this is where we say it's very important for us to be in a space where we really know our space. Okay, because remember, the more I'm familiar with somebody, this is where those tumadharaos, you know, they come in. But remember, what was the whole orientation like, you know, from the beginning? And I was talking with my colleague here, and we were saying that how we start it off makes a whole lot of a difference. How we communicate about it, right? Yeah, because I know their marriages, you know, they have been together for 60 good years, and hakuna hiyo madharau. They are still together, and things are really working out, right? So there should be no fear, you know, to express how you feel if this is authentic love, okay? And where two agree, you know, to work together, a lot of these things you'll be able to do away with them. And when you talk about the onset, this is where communication should actually take place, okay? This is where we should be asking the other person, how do you feel loved? What are some of the expectations that you have? This is where you also get to set boundaries, you know, as a team, okay? This is the far I allow you to get, and if you do A, B, C, D, that will stand well with me. Because remember, the whole essence is to protect the other, okay? And I need to feel secure with you. She needs to feel secure with me, all right? And all these, the way that we can be able to do that is to really communicate in a very good way. You know, many of the times that we complain, nimekuwa nikirudia, I've been telling them A, B, C, D on how to love me, but they're not doing as per, you know, my directives. And it's one thing to say something, and it's another with how you say it, okay? Because in terms of how we express ourselves, at times it can look like you're lecturing this particular person. Yes, they could be we refer to them as babies, but how you talk to them, they might feel like they're actually a baby.
Real babies.
Yeah, the way that you really express yourself should also come in with what you are saying. Matters respect. Okay? So it has to be a two-way, you know, where how we conduct ourselves when we are together, then we should do it from a point where we are making the other person to be very comfortable and also safe with us.
I see. Okay. Margaret, do you want to contribute to that, or do we
get the question?
Let's get the question.
Okay, questions. Hi. Short and sweet. Nani yako swali? Aye. Okay.
Okay. My name is Kamau Kiarie. First of all, I would like to appreciate our guests. Actually, I have learned a lot.
Oh, that's nice.
Matters love. From my point, from my point of view, I used to think that love, you just study the signs, how the person behaves around you, and all that. And I have come across a number of girls where I find myself, the moment I look at her or we meet, I start feeling things that
the butterflies.
I don't. My understanding is that there are some sort of energies that maybe have converged between us, and it is a calling for me to go and shoot my shot. So, to my question is, there are some times that you find yourself maybe the person that those energies have converged. Maybe should you just go and find out all? Is it even wise to even investigate the kind of person you are going to shoot your shot to, or how do you go about it when you first see that this is love, it is calling me? What should I do?
You're feeling how you're feeling, and you're wondering, are they feeling the same? Okay.
Should you investigate or shoot your shot? Good question.
Good. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So my name is Alvin. You see, the concept of love, it's a very, very deep thing.
Wow. Like you predicted.
Yeah. Because love is not just a feeling, but it's the ability kuvumilia to even at their lowest time. And so there is that difference between love and like.
True.
And my question, I'll direct it to Bishop and Kagondu, also Margaret.
Okay.
So I've been sent by Brayo.
Sent by Brayo?
Yeah. Aliniambia, like, there is this story aliniambia. So kakaniambia nikiona Bishop muulize swali. So Bishop, my question is, Brayo is this guy who used to love, who has loved this girl. Already they have gone for different vacation, they have spent time together. But the more they go, it's like a certain moment whereby ni kama love inaanza ku fade out. So my question is there to many of us and also him.
Brayos.
Yeah. How do you regain a love that was once deep but now is losing its tangibility? Like there is that tangibility that is losing.
Okay. Hi, Brayo, aka you.
Yes. Good one. We had one.
Okay.
We had one.
Yes. Watch out to Mpatie, then yes.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Lewis. So my question is about does love really needs to have too much optics?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Pick up imejaa flowers.
Okay,
nipe pia hiyo.
Pick up umesema sana leo.
Nipeni yake.
Yeah.
The flowers on top. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Steve. I'll direct this question to our guests. And my concern / question would be, we've seen so many cases of men deciding to like educate their quote-unquote wives or girlfriends. Wanaenda UK, US, Australia, then they come back and they are more knowledgeable and more educated, and they're like, you're no longer of my caliber, you're not of my class.
It's intellectually compatible.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I'm just feeling apana. So now the question would be, where do we draw the line of being a partner and being a parent?
Good.
Yeah, because I feel like wengine wetu nakuwa wazazi badala ya
kuwa partner wa mzee.
That's a good question. Margaret, I think wewe uanze juu. Yes. Wow, that's loaded.
I love the questions. I think let me start with the last one. You know, when I don't know how we are looking at love now and in these relationships, because the kind of the conversation we have, it's not like we just met last week. We've been in this relationship for a long time. And for me, the question here is, what is happening in the relationship? What are we talking about? Are we giving this relationship time to grow? Even the gentleman who asked the question of, we meet, I see you, you see me, and that kind of a thing, and then you're going into investigating me, we just met. Like, really, what do you even know about me? So are we giving this relationship the time it requires for it to naturally grow?
Okay.
And so that then we will get an opportunity to learn each other. I'll know who you are, I know about your goals, I'll know I'll pick your weaknesses and your areas of improvement, your strengths, your likes and your dislikes, even before you verbalize them, as we continue to spend time together and to know each other. The challenge is often we meet, but we don't take time to get to know the other person. And even as we are saying, tell me how you want to be loved, it's not like we are having a session here and saying, okay, now I have a notebook. Tell me, how do you want to be loved? These are things that you pick in the relationship as we are going, as we are moving on and all that. Mine would be, please take time. If you're feeling that by the time we've agreed that I need to go to study in the UK, we just didn't wake up in the morning. There is an investment involved in it. There is the time being away. What did we talk about? What did we agree about what you're going to do, when you come back with this education and everything? Where did the issues of insecurity come in now? Where did the respect and what we had together, what happened? When did the rain start to beat us? So what I'm saying in short is that when it comes to relationship, it's cultivating. It's investing in this relationship. It's listening. It's intentionally wanting to know who is this person. Learning them, being patient with them, and not rushing through things. I don't have to come with a checklist. This check, this X, and that kind of a thing. These things will naturally come out as we continue to relate. But if you come in and, you just, within a very short time, you want to know everything about me, that's where you're going to miss out. It is investment. Time, emotionally, psychologically, it's being patient, it's being deliberate, it's being intentional to want to know this person. Trust me, those questions you will not even have to ask them.
It will come up.
They'll come up.
Okay.
Energies transferred. I see you, you see me, there's energy. Do you investigate?
Do I investigate?
Shoot the shot.
Pretty nice, and you see, actions speak louder than words. And I can be able to pick whether there's a spark or not, right? And this is where we need to ask ourselves, are we really present, in the moment? Because I could be chasing her because I don't want her to be, taken by somebody else. Or even I'm also running away from my own insecurities from the past. And I'm not able to really enjoy the here and now. And I think this is why most of the people miss out on the beauty about people getting together, be it in a relationship, be it in a marriage, or even the parenting aspect. All right? And to me, if you're really authentic and you're able to appreciate the moment that you have, you'll be able even to forge forward in a very good way with a lot of beauty at the end of the day. But now, to my brother behind there, nimetumbo na waze, and they have told me, kama wewe si babake, hapana peleka nini? Shule. However, it doesn't mean that you can't empower the other person. Okay? And the question would be, have you really worked on the future together? Because I've seen quite a big number of young men, even older men, who really get frustrated at the end of the day because they feel they have really invested a lot of resources towards this particular young lady. And at the end of the day, this is where the issues, we are no longer intellectually compatible. My league is now a doctor, professor, or even a graduate. Okay, and I've had so many, men say, if she's not within my league in terms of even the level of education, I'm not really comfortable with her because of what comes with that, right? What will follow that, and this is where it's very important for you to really agree on these particular issues. And this is where Madam Margaret is also talking about how you approach these particular relationships. What are you talking about at the end of the day? And this is what will help you to evolve. Remember, there's a lot of beauty in the process. When you talk about patience, it's all about trust. trusting that when we engage, when we invest in ourselves, when I invest in you, that the person who turn out to be will be for the better good. Okay, and this is why I'm happy, you know, with the ladies who will be praying for their hubbies in the morning to ensure that opportunities will avail for themselves, and that will also trickle down to the family at large. Equally to the man who will be very supportive to their wife, in the name of even getting to, you know, add them top up maybe some stock in their shop and all that. So the thing is, we really need to agree, we really need to communicate, and this is where it has to be loud and clear and being very authentic
from the onset.
From the onset.
Yes. We've got about 3 minutes to go.
Okay.
Brian.
My answer will be my parting shot.
So uko na mbili, uko na ya Brian na uko na ya do the optics with love.
Yeah.
So like with 3 minutes you.
Okay, let me say something about what Brian was asking.
AKA Alvin.
From the Christian perspective, once you are interested in a person and you get into dating, then you should not go all the way on vacations, be together in private places. Because before you realize, before you know each other and decide, oh, we really want to be together in this, you've already lost the interest. And that's where the interest is lost. You started eating the fruit before it was brought to the table, and you know, dressed properly and what have you. So I would ask all the young people, take your time. The moment you spot this is the person, you start dating. Make sure you date in secure places, safe places where you are not tempted to go all the way. Because after you go all the way, most likely you lose interest in the person, because it is not meant to be like that. We need you to spot the person, come for premarital counseling if you're interested in settling together. And then we can advise you on various things, how to withstand certain things. You may not like everything in this person, but because you have chosen them, you can go all the way into marriage with them. Okay. So I think the process is important, rather than just jumping. I want to talk about on the education just a bit. I don't think you're supposed to educate a girlfriend or a boyfriend, because they are not really committed to you at that point. But once in the marriage, it's a different ball game, because what you'll be doing, you are trying to empower the other person, causing them to grow so that it can benefit the family. And it always works.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's a question about grandiose. Optics. Lazima love ikuwe tu hivyo, optics.
Iko na mavitu hiyo pick up ya
flowers.
It depends. It depends on the people. Let me say, there are people who are all glamorous. You know, the ring is put in the wine, or the ring is put in the cake. Right. You know, maua imeletwa. But there are people it's just quiet because it's the connection. Yeah, if the connection is so deep, then this relationship will withstand everything. If you can do all these things and still go on with the relationship, it's good. There's no clear-cut direction.
Okay. Tuko na time yet. 10-30 seconds parting shots for the conversation that we've been having today. We'll have with you, Margaret. 30 seconds thereabouts.
There are no two relationships that are the same. There are not two people who love the same way. Define your love, cultivate your love, and work at it, but keep the communication going.
Okay. I like that.
I like it. Okay.
Love is good. But you have to love yourself first.
Yes, please.
Yes. So that you can be able to love the other person.
Okay. Okay. Bishop, najua ulikuwa umesema itakuwa yako, lakini tuko fair.
You need to have agape love, the unconditional love, because you love the person the way they are. And even in future, when things change, your love will still stand the test of time.
Okay.
I like that. Do you know, there's this one response that I just want to read. So philanthropist Mukuha anasema, when someone just concerned about your welfare and even goes ahead to ask if you're okay, whenever someone seeks my advice and adheres to it, after we agreed on something, to me, I count it, the person loves me. Halafu, kuna kenados.
Naisema hivyo sijui kama kuna point.
Kunayo, I promise. Abasema, She wrote behind the receipt her number and said, "Today the bill is on me."
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That is so sweet.
That's so sweet. Lakini alikuwa na hit on you. Aliandika namba yake.
Yeah.
No, but it's okay.
Still, alionyesha love. Hakukwambia ile nakupenda, but you know.
Alionyesha action.
Kuna Boaz Mangoli anasema, remove money in the equation and you'll see that love is a one-way affair from man to woman. It's written, a man should love his wife. Yo, Boaz, tumekusikia. And finally, Mdeno Kariuki says, true love has many languages. The problem is that many people want to be loved the same way their friends are loved.
Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe this is a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
And then so that we also dissect the different love languages and understand how to receive and to give love.
Yeah.
Okay, to a topic here next week. Allow us to say goodbye for now.
Yeah, it's been lovely. Thank you so much, Margaret. Thank you so much, Kagondo. Bishop Asante Sana. It's been lovely. And our audience,
Really good
I hope you feel better.
Really good questions.
Okay, great.